Right, yes, welcome back to Contest Prep Vlog. I'm at Teignmouth Golf Club today and this is lesson 2. The last lesson was the how do we control 125 mile an hour clubhead speed. And yeah, now it's 2 weeks later. I've played a couple of times, you've seen a few of the vlogs, West Cornwall and Walton Heath. The game's moving in the right direction, scores are getting better, swings getting better, but there were a few things we said at the end of last lesson that we're going to have a look at today. So it's going to be a day of like checking in, see how the changes that we discussed last time are bedding in, and then working on some new things.
Hi there. So same as last time, let's get 6 balls. Yeah, let's get 6 in there, mate. We'll be able to get 6 irons.
Right, here we go then. So, a few swings captured and a few stats recorded. So let's go from there. What do you see?
Right, what do we see? So definitely an improvement in your path today, mate. So
yes.
If we have a look today, we just hit another 6 irons. So your path is 2 left, which was roughly what we were going for. Somewhere between 2 and 4 left, hit that little baby fade that we wanted to hit. Compared to last time where we were kind of 0
to right.
To slightly right, exactly. We were actually, sorry, this was yours here. So 0.9 to the right last time, which is going to be difficult to hit that little cut that you want to hit, starting left and cutting. Also, attack's a little bit more down, which we wanted as well, didn't we? So attack was 1 down last time, now 2.7 down. And you wanted the flight down a little bit, which you've done as well, mate, which is good. So you were launching
it on a
16, yeah, bit of a launch, 127 feet peak height. You said you wouldn't mind that a little bit flatter, and that's happened as well, 116 feet peak height now, which is nice.
Yep.
Okay, so let's have a little look through what we need to change now, mate. So they're just not quite managing the face still.
Yeah.
So a big improvement in path. We just need to get that face a little bit more under control. Drivers similar. Paths got to neutral last time, couple right. So definite improvement. And we did with the driver, which was nice. Look, we did get a few more that started left and cut.
Yeah, it was actually a decent run of like 4 drivers at the end there, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. Compared to last time. Let's find the drivers. Like, where are they?
It's like a
bit of a mixed
abstract
bag.
Art painting.
Yeah.
Just chucking a brush.
A lot of random ones there.
A lot of random ones,
especially when you're trying to hit fade. So that is better. Let's have a little look at the video.
But yeah, still within those new drivers, still the big miss left was one of them, which is the one that we want to just completely eradicate, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
None of that.
Definitely. Okay, so this was your film from last time.
Okay.
So let's have a look. Okay, so good news is that the hands are definitely working more in. Definitely. So that grip's working more in rather than away from the body. But we can see there's just a little bit too much of a flip going on with the face. So it looks really good. I really like it, mate. Right up to here. I mean, that's a huge improvement, isn't it?
Looks great there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Everything up to this point looks pretty good.
It does. I mean, compared to where the club is.
Yeah.
Here, which we talked about last time, and the face is nice and neutral there. All we got to do is just get that body keep rotating and the hands just a little bit quieter.
Passive, basically, isn't it? Yeah.
Exactly. And we're also going to have a little look at trying to get a little bit less rocking off the ball. So if we have a little look here.
It's a lot of movement, isn't it?
Yeah. Problem with that is you are going to feel like you have to chuck the club out to not hit it off the toe.
Yeah.
So I think we need to lessen that a little bit. Just get you turning around more of a fixed axis there.
And it's the same on the front end, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm rocking off of it and basically off of it in both angles, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then you have to get back to it or manipulate something, don't you? So.
Exactly. We don't mind a bit of movement to the right, but that's just
not that much.
Yeah, it's quite a lot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Remnants of the long drive.
Still in there.
Yeah, that's okay. So we're going to cut that down.
Okay, mate. So first thing is we're just going to make sure you get balanced, aren't we? Because you're a little bit in your toes.
Yeah, I was here, and I only noticed it once it was brought about. I've just been standing there for ages, but once you actually try and get some awareness, that's when you notice, what am I doing?
Yeah, exactly.
Literally falling forward.
You did that eyes closed thing, didn't you? And
so you told me the drill of shut your eyes, feel where your toes are, feel where your heels are, and then feel in the middle. And that helped a lot.
Yeah.
So now I've centered myself, balls of the feet, good.
Good stuff, mate. You always feel like someone could come and rugby tackle you and you wouldn't get knocked over. Just really solid at address.
Yeah.
Doesn't need not
athletic.
Tense, but athletic. Yeah. Ready to move. Ready. Yeah. Brilliant. That's awesome. Okay, mate. So just if you want to get yourself ready to go. So then now all we're going to try and feel is if I put my hand on your hair. So I'm not stopping you from moving. You're still having to do the work yourself. But you're just going to try and stay in contact with this, and this is going to just stop all that excessive movement. Nothing complicated, just trying to turn around axis that you set at address.
Yeah.
Like that, brilliant.
And for me, that at the moment still feels like I'm literally just going like this.
Yeah.
It's such a weird feeling.
Does it? Feels quite exaggerated.
Yeah, we've seen it back, it looks good.
Do you want to just do that wall drill quickly? Yeah.
So yeah, this drill, so like you said, instead of putting your head into the wall and that doing the work, you're leaning into it, just put your hair on the wall. If you're bold, then you probably haven't really got an option here. But get the hair, so it's touching the wall, get in position, and then from there just feel like you remain in that position. And that feels good, like you said, just do 10 sets of 10 or whatever, just get your repetitions down.
Yeah.
Do these every day. But straight away, starting to feel a bit more natural now.
Cool.
But that's on top, isn't it?
So much better.
Yeah, that is.
What's your path there?
The foot left, isn't it? That's the numbers, isn't it?
Perfect,
Literally
mate.
perfect.
2 left, 1 open to path, baby fade.
Yeah, 97 mile an hour instead of 102, which just feels way more controllable.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one felt like moving on to the next thing that we're going to talk about. Maybe the release.
Yes.
Just sped up a bit, and that wasn't the body release, that was the hand slipping over, but that's as bad as it's going to feel now.
Yeah.
And I'm moving it 3 yards in the air instead of the.
So we were just saying, if you were playing table tennis, or if we asked you to hit the ball with your palm, if we wanted to hit this ball with neutral spin, so forget the fade just for a second, just neutral spin down the target line. Obviously you'd start with your hand square, we'd take it back on a slight arc, we'd keep the palm square to the path, back we'd hit it here, and we'd come through here. We wouldn't even use these words like square to the path, would we? We'd just do it.
Just get your hand in position.
Get your hand and hit it. We kind of know this, and when we put you in this position, you just know where the face needs to be. You know that that's wrong. You know that that's wrong. You just always do this.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you come back to the ball, and we said how many times out of 100 you reckon you come back pretty square?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
99 times out of 100, really.
Exactly. And then we got you to go past the ball, and you'd always go there. So it's just mirroring what you did on this side.
and every time you were here, and then if we lower that down, so rather than on this plane, we're on like the roof of a house, we're here and here, and that's your release. If we put the club in your hands now, it's going to be like this, and that face is going to be more spine angle, less wrapped over, and then you're not feeling like you steer it this way, you're not steering it this way, you're just letting that palm naturally rotate over, and if it's going to release, it's going to release slightly that way. You'd never do that, would you?
100%.
I ask you to hit that ball straight, you'd never go like
this
that.
is such a good drill, and it makes controlling the face so easy. Like it's never been explained to me that simply before, so
it makes it quite it makes it quite instinctive.
It does, yeah. Instead of trying to get someone to hold like a position through the ball where the club face is in a certain position, rather, you know, the way you've explained it, you just get a feel for where your palm is instead.
I actually got this from a coach called Kendall McQuaid, so I'm not going to take all the credit for this. So I spent a few days with him, and he talks about this palm golf idea, and I just love it. And so you need to check out some of his videos. He's a very good coach. But yeah, basically, if you never flip it over like this, and then if we put the club in my hand, and I have that same feeling.
Yeah, just matches up.
Then it's always going to be there. It doesn't feel like a steer. You know, if you just say hold it off, it's kind of, well, how much? In 1 minute you're overdoing it, next minute you're underdoing it. But if we just get that palm there, that club face, when we did it, your ball flight was just so much better. We just said, didn't we, when you're working on something, just power it down a bit. I mean, for you, it was interesting, that body motion, you actually increased your speed back up a couple mile an hour.
Because it felt like everything was in the slot.
Yeah.
So from then it was just like, wow. Like I'm not off balance, I'm not trying to save it. Everything's in the slot, so we can just release it hard, but I'm not release it hard, it's probably the wrong word to use.
No, I know what you're saying. You could release it freely and hit it hard. I think that what we said though as well, wasn't it, was when you're working on this head motion and the release, to get the two things into place, slowing down a little bit on the range isn't a bad thing, to give yourself time to think about it. If you're going to learn anything new, generally you do it at a slower speed. You wouldn't learn a new piece of music flat out, would you? No, you play it note by note and then build it back up again. So a couple rehearsals and then go from there. That's great, mate. That looks so good.
Slightly left.
Okay, try again, mate.
But just looking at that ball flight, I know what I've done. That's just learning from ball flight, isn't it, every time.
So did you feel that
to the left a bit, so I've obviously just released it a bit too hard.
Yeah, we know your face is always good at the top. You always look pretty good in deliveries. Well, you always look good in delivery, so just work on that release again. Have a couple rehearsals as well, mate, before each shot.
So, on top of it.
Better, James. Shot.
Target.
Great shot. That was nice.
Simple, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is that 13 foot left?
Yeah. I mean, at 207, that's really good, isn't it?
Yeah, Jesus. That speed's going up again. I'm trying to actually swing that slow.
Are you?
Yeah.
I think your body's just in a better position now.
Just trying to slow it down a tiny bit more. So how much speeds?
It's jumped, isn't it?
It has.
Yeah.
It's jumped like 5 miles an hour from being in the right place. Okay, just a bit of excessive rotation.
Yeah, nice. Do that again. Do that again, mate.
I think that almost works better as a pre-swing drill for me.
Yeah, I like it. So just hold that finish where you'd have your right palm. Okay, just give me the golf club. Okay. Now just build your grip around that angle. And you can see how under control that face is. Now with a bit of speed, that toe might wrap a little bit more because of the speed of the swing. But that's your feeling. I mean, look how nice and quiet your hands are, and look at the way they've released.
Yeah.
Slightly under.
I mean, from there,
not
you could
wrapped
just go,
around.
You could just go there and be a set up again.
Exactly. That's it, mate. And that's what you do with your palm. Wherever you bring it back, it's going to come back square, isn't it? Whatever point you bring it back from.
So,
yeah, so you geared
slightly left. But
yeah. Face was actually a hair closed on that one as well, mate. Yeah. Preset that little fade in at address, and then you can release it like that and still hit your little fade. That looked better, mate.
Much better.
That's a great shot, mate. That's the one.
Yeah.
That Gary Woodland-esque
Right.
finish as well.
That's literally it. The numbers there are just like money, aren't they?
Yeah,
Like,
they
that's
are.
pretty much the numbers you told me to get on the first day. Like 3 left, face to path, slightly open.
Yeah.
Attack angle around 3.
A little bit more down.
3 to 5, whatever.
Yeah.
98 swing speed, 200 total.
Really good. Love that, mate.
All right, so recap from the day. I mean, from my opinion, this is like the best it's ever felt.
Yeah.
Like only 2 lessons
good,
in,
mate.
but it's really starting to click now.
It's good to hear.
It's really good.
Put the work in. I think you weren't far away really what you were doing at all. You got the hands working more in. I think that little key with the palm just resonated with you, hasn't it? And
100%.
it's definitely helped. We've done a lot of good ones. Even some of the ones we didn't film there that were just really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely got the numbers we're looking for, like we just said a minute ago. So this is what we just saw over there on the projector. So 3 left, 2 open, 2.6 down, 201 baby fade, just really nice. So this was the new one on the right here, looking really solid at address, feeling nice and balanced, weight right through the middle of the feet. That's so much better, isn't
Different
it?
world, that.
Haven't got that big movement off
No.
it that way with the head and back. Like we said, slightly extended, come off this slightly on the downswing. We don't mind a bit of that. Lots of good players have done a little bit of early extension. Jack Nicklaus early extended and he did okay.
Did it right, didn't he?
Yeah. And then release is looking a lot better, isn't it? Hands are working in. Look at that face, pretty much mirroring your body.
Yeah, Christ. You compare that to what it was. Oh, God.
This is the other one. Look how far you've come off this line.
Wow. And it's just like body stops, hands chase,
Yeah.
trying to time the closing of the face at 120 mile an hour. It's just like game over.
It's quite difficult to do, isn't it?
It's not easy.
The rate of the closure on the face is so rapid.
Mm.
That 1 minute the face is going to come in where you want it, but
It's literally fractions, isn't it?
it's fractions.
Mm.
Whereas if we've got the face doing our little palm swing here
Mm-hmm.
around your body, that face is always square to the arc.
Yep.
And you just preset it where you want it at address. If you want that little fade, we talked about that, didn't we? You set up a little bit open that face slightly to your grip, and you can play around with that and feel, how much you want to move it.
Yeah.
But this is going to just neutralise your swing, and you can pretty much hit any shot you want then. And then
Gary.
Gazza at the end.
Gary Woodland.
Gary Woodland's finish. That looks really good. And then from the other side,
Yeah, way less. So you said you don't mind a tiny bit of movement, do you, off the ball in that direction laterally?
exactly. We don't need stuff to be perfect. We just need it to be within certain parameters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good. We're delivering good numbers, and we look at you at impact now.
Yeah, I can't believe this position. I've always struggled to get like that nice solid bit of shaft lean.
Yeah.
And always struggled with high ball flight. I'm not even trying to get shaft lean here, but it's just I'm able to now,
Yeah.
and it just like all falls into place because the other moves we're doing, right?
Exactly, yeah. It's a byproduct of you just being in the right positions and having the right task in mind as well.
Mm.
Getting clear on what you're trying to do, and a lot of this stuff, like we said earlier, is we're trying to
trying to kill as many birds with as little stones as possible.
Yeah.
So we want to have 1 or 2 swing thoughts and change and improve as much as possible, rather than going through and working on every little individual piece of your swing.
Yeah.
Let's pick out the 1 or 2 key things that are going to have a knock-on effect and improve lots of others. And I think we're getting there, mate. We are getting there. It looks really good. This is definitely the best I've seen you swing it.
Definitely the best I've seen myself swing as well. Cool. Right, that's amazing. Another great lesson. I think the guys at home are going to really like that one as well, because there's lots of like good stuff in there for them, helping like control the face and stuff. Right. Cheers,
Keep
guys.
up the good work.
So yeah, we're at Clifton Hill now, and now I'm just gonna literally just rep this out. I'm gonna probably hit 300 balls and just rep. Probably spend a couple hours up here, and really ingrain these feelings. That is honestly today's lesson with Jon was probably the best. That is the best I've ever felt walking out of a golf lesson. Like, I couldn't recommend going to see him enough. For anyone that's local, it just explains everything so clearly, and the fact that I'm not trying to just hit position 1, position 2, get in this position here, get in this position here. It gives me more like feelings in the golf swing, which works well for me, and I think, to be honest, that would work well for most people. Even if you're a field player, a technical player, I definitely think that, you know, feelings and the way he explains it is so much better than trying to get in static positions. So yeah, today, I mean, we've pretty much we've pretty much solved, well, once it's ingrained, we would have solved the big left miss, and a lot of the inconsistencies in the golf swing, and my balance issues, like the balance issue, the fact that I can't hold a follow through, right? I can't actually hold a follow through for more than like a second. It's not just a case of someone saying just hold your finish. It's not that simple. Like, I'm off balance for a reason, and that was obviously why I was like shifting back to my right heel at the top of backswing, and then rotating hard onto the left heel, and left toe then comes up, and I'm like corkscrewing into the floor and falling back. So just keeping the head in the same spot, not letting it drift too much laterally, not letting it drift at all backwards, just keeps my weight distribution centered. So I'm now over the ball, and it's amazing how much of effect that had on like the position that I got an impact with 6-iron there. So I've got a considerable amount of shafting, like a really powerful ball striking position. And that's something that I've always struggled with, trying to get in that position. And before, I've actually tried to get into that position, but just haven't been able to. I've not even tried to get into that position. It's just, you know, like he said, it's killing as many birds as possible with 1 stone, which is a bit of a barbaric saying. Just being a mass murderer of birds, basically. I got a stone, and I'm just gonna tear up and just massacre some birds, basically. And that's what's happened. So, all looking really positive. I'm gonna go hit some balls and actually concentrate, so I'm not gonna show any of this. So this is the end of the video. Thanks for checking this out. I hope you've picked up some more stuff from this, because that drill thing with the hand position and the ping pong reference, that's so good. And I'm gonna be using that. So yeah, that's it. Now, I've heard some really positive news. So tomorrow's vlog is going to be what that is. All right, so it's news about Spain. It's pretty exciting. It's all looking up. It's all looking good. So yeah, tomorrow's vlog is going to be mainly about that, which I won't say. All right, so check in, and I'll see you soon.